Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be a top 10-ish of Maybelline products, so my favorite products. If you remember earlier this year, I mentioned to you that I was going to be part of the Maybelline Squad. So this year you're going to see some new products. I'm going to let you know my thoughts on them really soon actually. They're coming out very soon and I'm going to be doing some lip swatch videos and I will be doing also a meetup in Montreal and a lot of other fantastic things coming up. But I thought, why not start with my current favorite products from Maybelline? I tried to do a top 10-ish, you will see. So I'm gonna do how I apply them on my face, like in that order. So let's just start. First step, foundation. My favorite foundation from Maybelline has to be the Fit Me foundation, the dewy version, depending where you're from. In Canada, it's the Hydrate and Smooth. US is Dewy and Smooth, I believe. So same thing. So I have two shades, as you can see, my winter shade, which is 110, and I have my summer shade, which is 125. I kind of mixed both of them today, so you can see it on my face. By the way, I started using it a year ago. I was so late to the game, but what I love about it is that it looks like skin, like amazingly beautiful, amazing, beautiful skin, but it looks so natural. It just gives you a little bit of dewiness. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it feels super lightweight on your skin, which is kind of what I like on a daily basis. I just apply the lightweight foundation and then conceal wherever I need it. And I'm wearing it today. I love it, still love it, recommend it, especially if you have dry skin, because this does not emphasize dryness, which I have issues with, especially during the winter, like especially tip of my nose or between my brows, you'll see like dry patches. It's so difficult to find something that won't emphasize it, and this doesn't. If you haven't tried it and you have dry skin and you want something light coverage, lightweight on your face, this is it. Concealers, this is where I just go overboard because their concealers are actually fantastic. My favorite one has to be, once again, Fit Me. You will see something happen here. There's gonna be repeats, and the Fit Me line just works wonderfully on me, so I buy everything. Concealers, they have a few different shades. I'll include a picture that I took so you can see the undertone of different shades. I use the color 15, which is fair during the winter. And can we just talk for a second? The fact that I bought a backup beginning of winter and it's now spring and I can't finish it. Like, how did that happen? Like, it's like the never-ending concealer. I feel like I went through this part super quickly and then this part just doesn't want to finish. Anyway, this is actually a good thing. But today I'm wearing the color number 10, which is light. So as you can see, 15, 10, so don't get mixed up. There's a lighter shade than light. You can see actually there's a pretty huge difference between the two. So they have wonderful shades. You can also get a really dark shade in contour with it, which is just fantastic. It blends really well. It gives you, again, light medium coverage. It's not a full coverage concealer, but again, daily basis, I don't really want something too full coverage because they tend to dry my under eyes, which are already very dry, and it just emphasizes any fine lines. Not these, I just apply them either with my finger or my beauty blender, and it just gives me a flawless result for daily basis. I'm wearing it today, and I don't think it's that bad, and I'm on camera, so I feel like dark circles show up even more, but I think it's pretty good. So daily basis, totally something I wear. Next one, I keep repurchasing once in a while, and I do like it. I feel like I'm always like mixing which one do I prefer and I can't decide. But this one is the Age Rewind Concealer. I have the color light, which not that light. That's my summer shade, basically. I also have a lighter shade for the winter, and I need to repurchase. They have a brightening color, which is more pink. They also have a neutralizer, which is much darker, but more yellow. So depending on your undertone, whatever you like to conceal your dark circles with, this is wonderful. It gives you, again, it's very, very lightweight. It doesn't emphasize fine lines, and it just looks great under the eyes. Again, kind of light medium coverage. It does have a sponge, which I know not everyone is crazy about. I feel like I always start by using it and then I remove it, and I kind of like it both ways. So I like that you can use it till the last bit. Like, you twist it to make the product come out, and you really use everything. Unless you twist too much, then I feel like some of it can stay on the side, so just keep that in mind. But again, a wonderful concealer. If you want something more full coverage or you want something for your face, Master Conceal is what you need in your life. I actually need to get a darker shade because the only one I have is the color Fair, which is too light for me right now. If you want something very full coverage under the eyes, I use it sometimes. I feel like I'm just used to something more light coverage, but this is like full coverage. It doesn't budge. If you have oily skin, you need to try this if you want something under the eyes that is intense coverage. All over the face, wherever you need it, also works beautifully. It lasts all day. I feel like very often I'll conceal a pimple and like at the end of the day I can still see it, and that's just not what you want. So I recommend trying this if you haven't. I feel like this is more of a recent product, but it's wonderful. Next step for me is powder. Like I said, have pretty dry skin, so I feel like a lot of us will be like, oh no, I didn't powder my face, because it just emphasizes any dryness, any dry patches, or it makes my face dry at the end of the day, which is just a big no-no. But there's a few powders you can try, and one of them has to be Fit Me. What I like about it is that, again, it doesn't dry out my skin, it doesn't emphasize any dryness, but it's really finely milled. It's very lightweight, it's comfortable in the face. I use it to set my foundation or my concealer. It doesn't really have much coverage, but again, I don't really want to add coverage. For me, this is perfect. I feel like there's only so much you can say about a powder, but if you are still looking for a great powder for dry skin at a drugstore, Maybelline Fit Me, it works. Now, Chic products. I have 3 to mention, but they're in the same line, so it kind of works, but they're different colors. The first one is going to be bronzer. So it is in the line Master Highlight, although this one is the bronzer, there's a blush and a highlight. This one is the color Light Bronze, and like it says, it's a light bronzy color. I like patterns in powders, although I'm always afraid to use them because I feel they're going to disappear, but if you use your brush, it stays for a really long time. I feel like I mess it up more when I use my finger to swatch it, which I'm still gonna do for you guys, but this is a wonderful powder. Like I said, wearing it today, I bronze all over my face with it, and even though like you could be afraid, oh, it's a bronzer highlight, I don't want a bronzer that is like shimmery or anything. It's really more like highlight in the sense of like dewy skin-ish, like it looks like skin, but it's not, there's no shimmer, no glitter. It really is more of a sheen, so like satin-ish finish. So this is fantastic. I've been using it. I was afraid it would be too orangey. It's not, so recommend this. The blush is actually something I bought more recently, but I really wanted to mention it, and it still just counts as one because it's the same line, so it's okay, it's all good. So this one is the color Coral, and this is amazing. I'm so in love with it. I'm wearing it again on my cheek, like I said. It's like a shimmery-ish blush. It's not too much, it's not like glittery or anything. Again, it's just more of a nice sheen on the cheeks, so you can probably see it right now with bright lights. It's a bit intense, but it looks beautiful on the cheeks. So if you're looking for a nice peachy blush from Drugstore that lasts all day, this could be the one for you. The last one kind of got a little messed up. I tried to travel with it, my bad. So as you can see, this one is the color Nude, which I use as a highlight. During the winter, it's a bit dark for me, so I kind of use it as a blush highlight. Right now, it's starting to be perfect for just a highlight. I'm actually also wearing it in my inner corners because I felt like you couldn't really see it on my cheeks, but could you really see it in between my eyes? I don't know. Wonderful color, again, cute pattern. Completely destroyed, but it's a cute pattern. I feel like there's not that many highlight from Drugstore, but this one is a beautiful one. Which also brings me to a special mention. Doesn't count my top 10, special mention still. I wanted to talk about the Master Contour. I have the color Light. The dark one is also great. I just want to mention the highlight color because like I said, there's not a lot at the drugstore that are that great. This one, fantastic. The bronzer is fine. It's called a contour, but to me it's more a bronzer. Daily bases don't really contour, so I kind of want to use something that's in between, so the color is fine for me. A cool tone blush, and then the highlight. If you're still looking for a good one for daily basis, this is wonderful. It's kind of a shimmery-ish, like it's not too shimmery, there's no glitter, it's not super intense, frosty looking like a Becca highlight, which I know are really popular, but daily basis, I feel like it can be a bit too much for my taste. I think this one is great, it's very natural, it's beautiful. Recommend. Now we're going towards the eyes, which again, quite a few products to mention. I feel like this one is like holy grail for a lot of people, and I'm talking about the color tattoos. This one is Bad to the Bronze, which has to be the one that everyone loves the most. This is, like it says, a bronzy color. What I like is that it's not too warm, so I feel like any skin tone can wear this without it looking too orangey or too cool tone. It's like the right in-between color. What is great about this is I can use this alone and it looks perfect. I can use it under eyeshadows and it just prevents the shadows disappearing on me, and it prevents any creasing. So they're a wonderful product. Another color I repurchased recently was Taupe, which is great whenever you want to do a dark smoky eye, but you want a little bit of a base going on. So this one is great for that. It's more of a cool tone gray color. If you want something a little bit more creamy, I would, special mention again, recommend the crayon form. This one, Beige, will probably be the most popular shade because it's a light champagne-y color. It's kind of, again, a shimmery color. It's wonderful. You can use it in a corner, all over your lid. You just blend it with your finger and you're good to go, like on a daily basis. So great colors. These ones are a bit more creamy. Some people might actually like the fact that it's in a crayon form. You don't have to stick your finger in something. So then we have eyeshadows, which Maybelline has some pretty awesome eyeshadows, and I feel like you don't hear enough people mention them. And I want to mention the line of Eye Studio eyeshadow. This one has to be the palette that everybody will like. This is the color Copper Chic. Every single shade in this palette is wonderful, which I feel is difficult to find. None of them is like chalky or too powdery. I love the light color, which in the other palettes you will see not as much, but this one is wonderful, super creamy, they're pigmented, they blend really well into the skin. I feel like they apply better with my fingers. The only negative thing I can think of is the fact that they're all shimmery, so if you want to do a look and have something matte in your crease, then you have to find another palette, but I have plenty of other palettes, so I don't really mind. But these palettes are great to just use something all over your lid, especially. You could use the dark shades in the crease, obviously, but like I said, they're a little bit more shimmery. This palette everybody needs and will love. The other one, I feel like if you want something a little bit different, but not too different, you know, still neutral-ish, that's actually the one I'm wearing today, and it's the Taupe Temptress. This one, the lightest shade is a little bit chalky, but the other shades are perfect. Especially the two in the middle are the ones that I like wear all the time. I'm currently wearing the second shade, so if you were wondering, Emily, like that looks nice, what is it? It's that one. I really love it. Every time I wear it, I'm like, why am I not wearing this all the time? This is amazing. I'm happy I put it on today because now I'm gonna like keep it out and wear it a ton for the summer. It just gives you enough, like almost towards like a cranberry, like warm red-ish eyeshadow. But I feel like sometimes it can look a little bit too much like pink eye-ish, like it's too red around my eyes, but this color works perfectly. The taupe shade is wonderful too. The last one I want to mention is the one that I bought the most recently. This is the color Legendary Lilac, which if you want to wear purple but you feel like it's too much, it's too intense, like you can't pull it off or something, I feel like this palette is great to start with because the colors are pretty light, so it doesn't look like, oh my god, you're wearing like a lot of purple right now. Those are really natural looking colors. The next thing I do is eyeliner, and you probably already know what I'm going to mention, the Master Precise eyeliner. This is my second one actually. I love this eyeliner. It's pretty scary when you first open it because the felt tip is so long, but I don't easily do a mistake with it. So I don't know if it's because it's good or I'm just lucky every time I use it, but it works beautifully. It's super, super intense black. The last one I had lasted me around 4 months of like daily uses. So to me, that's actually pretty good. And after that, I felt like the felt tip was not as precise and as wet as I would like it to be. So I just chucked it in and I bought a new one and still in love with it. So if you haven't tried it, recommend it. You don't look like a raccoon at the end of the day. At least never happened to me. But like I said, dry skin, so. Mascara is the only thing I don't have with me, but I will include the picture because I did a first impression with it so you can see it in action. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. It's my favorite mascara from them. It gives you a lot of volume. The formula is actually pretty wet whenever you first opened it, so I feel like it gets better and better as you use it. Beginning, it's a bit wet, like I said, so it can be a little clumpy. Personally, don't mind the look at all. It gives you a lot of volume and it gives you the illusion of having more lashes, which I'm all for. Again, no smudging, no flaking, so if you're still looking for a great mascara, I know this one is actually pretty popular. So last category, but probably the one where there's the most products, has to be, you guessed it, lipsticks. I feel like Maybelline can do no wrong with lipsticks. Like, they always come out with more line and I'm like, yep, I love it. I just do. Actually, you can see in the background, I added the Vivids, which if you haven't tried them and you're looking for a bright, fun color, summer's coming up, so it's the perfect time. These are wonderful. Like when swipe, you get a little bit of brightness, but it's not over the top, and then you can build it up and have something super intense. I love them. They're super fun. Shocking Coral probably is the color everybody needs. That and Vivid Rose, they're just wonderful. So little shout out there. They also have the Buff collection, like some of the nudes. There's nudes for every skin tone, so you will be able to find something at least that will work for you. But the ones that I really want to mention are the Creamy Matte lipsticks. These are probably, if not the best, one of the best lipstick formula at the drugstore. I have all the shades and I have no regrets. They are beautiful. They're super creamy, opaque, pigmented. I did compare them against another high-end brand on Half My Lips, like these videos that I do that I wear 2 lipstick and compare them throughout the day. Not necessarily against each other, but just to show you how they last throughout the day. And after 8 hours, I was actually wearing Lust for Blush, which is stunning color. I'm wearing a little bit of it mixed with something else that I'll show in a second, but this lipstick lasted 8 hours on my lips, and usually nude colors do not last this long. They usually just disappear. Darker shades tend to stain your lips more, but this This is comfortable for 8 hours. It's still on your lips, and I did eat, obviously, 8 hours. Wasn't too dry. I usually just reapply them after a meal just because I like the look of like freshly applied lipstick, but you don't need to if you don't have the time or you just don't want to or you forgot the lipstick at home. The color I'm wearing right now is Darlingly Nude. I know a lot of people like also Touch of Spice, but this one is probably my great nude for daily basis that is easy to pull off. It's warm, but it's not too warm that I can't pull it off, so it's a great color. So like I said, I'm wearing this one and a little bit of Lust for blush. They also have other colors for the summer. If you can get only one color, well, actually, I take that back because there's also another one that I like, Craving Coral. Oh no! Well, today's a really sad day. Please, can we cry for a second? I'm really sad. Okay. Oh, it's up. It's fixed. We can stop crying. This color is one of the ones that everybody needs in their life. This is the color All Fired Up, which looks like MAC Relentlessly Red, which is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks. So this is something you need. Don't be afraid of it, by the way. Like, I know it looks very scary, but this is the type of color that looks good on everyone's. I know we're going towards the summer for most of us, but some people are actually going towards winter. So if you want the perfect dark, vampy, beautiful color, it has to be Divine Wine, which is stunning. Amazing color. I love that one. And the last one is Craving Coral, which I love that shade too. Obviously, they're all in my top 10 favorites, so I'm gonna be loving them, but definitively another shade that you have to look at. This line is just wonderful. They have so many colors, but I want them to come out with even more because the formula is amazing. I think that's it. I had more than 10, but the more the better, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite Maybelline products? Are they in this top 10? Are they not? Do I need to try more products? Let me know. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.